So hey everybody, thank you, and you're watching Johnny's Texan Kolache workshop. And it's not really hard to make these things. They kind of make themselves. It's bread, meat, and cheese. It's everything that you lusted after since you were a little kid. Everything that you were told was great about the world is bread, meat, and cheese. All of these international cuisines that are trumped up as just the greatest thing, or really wonderful things, pierogies, tortas, sincronizadas, even pizza is just bread, meat, and cheese. Just a pile of bread, meat, and cheese. We're piles of bread, meat, and cheese. We're just eating bread, meat, and cheese. Just put it all together as bread, meat, and cheese. You drive into Dallas, it's boring, it's depressing, it's industrial, it's ugly. Where do you stop for halfway through? Some bread, meat, and cheese at the Czech stop. And really, like, mine isn't even according to the bread, meat, and cheese orthodoxy. It's not sausage, cheese, whatever. I'm putting chili in a biscuit. But it's the same thing. It doesn't even matter. If you quibble over details, it's pointless. So this is bread and meat. This is chili in a biscuit. But it's also a jumping off point. It's for you to think about, what the hell should I put in my biscuit? What should I put in my roll? Could I put meat in a donut? Why, of course you can. That makes perfect sense to me. And so, really, I browned 2 pounds of beef. And it's nice to use the grass-fed kind. I actually do think that it's better. And then 2 jalapenos per pound. And then a half an onion. And then stir it around and then put a top on it. So basically what I'm teaching you here, what I'm showing you, is how to make an easy chili. Now this is a satisfying and tasty chili that stands up against plenty of the others, plenty of the chili cook-off guys and the terlingua guys and whatever. I think it's great. And it's basically that, and then we're going to jam it in these canned biscuits, and it's going to be great. And this is actually superior than a lot of the kolaches that you'll get at Erdinger, that you'll get in West. And it's not that hard. And it's also just a jumping off point for you to think about what the hell is a kolache, and like why it's an iconic thing, and why do things rise to that iconic status, and maybe some things do that don't really deserve to be. But the fact is, we love calorically dense food, bread, meat, and cheese, a pile of it. That's something that should be on our flag, really. It's the cause of and solution to a lot of our problems. And so I've added cumin here, plenty of salt. Really, maybe 4 tablespoons for 2 pounds. And really, as far as chili powder, geez, 6 tablespoons for 2 pounds would be perfectly fine. I even add cayenne. And really, the resulting chili is not that spicy, I swear to you. I'm not one of those, someone that's trying to top everyone else in my spiciness. And then add some canned tomatoes. You can drain it if you want to. I just leave it in there. I like it soupy. And it's got a BPA-free lighter, and that makes me feel good about it, although all of the beer cans, pretty much all beer cans have a BPA liner, plastic liner inside them. So if you're concerned about BPA leakage, if you're concerned about feminizing hormones or estrogen mimickers and BPA, then it exists in every single can of beer, of fizzy water that you drink anyway. So here we are with this chili. It's looking pretty tasty. And then I even add some more cumin. Why not? I love it. Now, Mexicans that I know tell me that they never use cumin. But I think that's just a regional thing. I think that some Mexicans do use cumin, but we always describe it as being a Mexican thing, when really a lot of Mexicans don't use that at all. Kind of like a lot of Mexicans don't put eggs in their tacos, or even eat eggs for breakfast at all. Maybe they just have some pan dulce and then maybe like a café con leche and then kind of move on. So I even roll this out with a rum bottle. You could roll it out with anything. You don't need a rolling pin. It's not hard. See, the Erdingers and the Wests, they don't have power over your bread, meat, cheese consumption. They don't have a monopoly on it. You can make this very easily. A canned biscuit, you jam it full of bread, meat, and cheese in whatever fashion you choose. Me, I've chosen no cheese. I've just chosen chili that I made myself. You could use Hormel chili. It wouldn't be very good, but you could jam it full of that. It's whatever you would like for it to be. It's satisfying. It's calorically dense, which is really the great appeal. It's calorically dense, and it's just it's satisfying in a broad and shallow way. Although there's not very much nutrition in it, you could certainly survive off of it for a while. So, it's fun to roll these out, although I'm not very good here. There's a lot of, you notice that put the filling in there, and then I moisten it around the edges with some water from a teacup that I have over there, and that works out pretty well. Now I end up trying to put too much filling in there, and but yeah, it's relatively easy, and I mean, I think that people shouldn't be afraid of something like this, and you know, these result in something that doesn't. They're not the greatest looking, you know, they're not going to win a baking show. But if you take these to some sort of office thing, or you take it to a potluck, people will eat them immediately. Kind of like the chocolate-covered peanut butter-filled pretzels you get from Trader Joe's. People love those. Or if you ever bring Popeyes to a get-together, people make fun of it and then they eat it. So bread, meat, and cheese. We like it. We lust after it. We're raised on it, and it's comforting to us, and it's put in a variety of forms and amalgamations that also reflect our identity. So all of these different bread, meat, and cheese things, people stand by it as a sense of national identity, and it's really a symptom of people losing their identity, or losing their true identity, which is in thoughts, philosophies, passions, ideals. And when those are disrupted and pushed aside, then the only ideals that we really do have left are our shallow things, like our cuisines. Bake for 15 to 20 minutes. And then, oh, they turn out wonderful. Look at these things. And the thing is, they're not that showy. You know, this is not chef's table. I haven't used tweezers in this presentation, but it's fine. And you're going to really enjoy these. And yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, the kolache it's just something to make a Central Texan who's bored as hell and depressed about driving to Houston or Dallas, make them feel comforted for a moment, and it gives us some sort of identity to latch onto this, you know, nutrition lacking but very calorically dense and satisfying thing. So tacos is an identity, pizza's an identity, and that's just how it works. It's yours, it belongs to you. Enjoy it.